And we are live. What is up, folks? It is Sunday, 5/26, May 26th. It is a gloomy, muggy, hot, rainy day here in Louisville, Kentucky. Man, I am still moving stuff out of the old shop to the new shop. I got a deadline of this Friday to get everything out of the old shop, and it is not looking good. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done. I've got a pool table in there. I've got all kinds of shelves and stuff like that, and it's bad. I've been trying every single day to get this going on. Here's a picture of basically what all's left in there. You can't really see it because the camera won't focus, but it's not good. I'm going to be moving stuff every day, probably 2-3 times a day until Friday rolls around. And on top of that, it is raining hard. I don't know if you can hear it over the mic, or I don't know if you can hear the rain coming down. I got caught in terrible rainstorm while I was moving a bunch of plywood and wooden shelves and stuff like that from the old shop to the new shop. So my truck is just soaked with water because I had wood sticking out of the back window of the SUV, and it's been a fun time. I got soaking wet and covered in sweat, and I'm gonna have to find stuff that will not require the back of my truck to be open to move for the rest of it. So yeah, here we are, Sunday, May 25th. We got 6 people online right now, and I'm sure that's gonna go up even higher in the near future. And we've got some stuff to talk about. Yep, it's Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S. Monday is Memorial Day. That's when we honor our war dead, as opposed to Veterans Day, where we honor those who served, and Independence Day, where we celebrate our Day of Independence and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a somber weekend for a lot of people. For those who like to shop, there's a lot of good sales going on with various companies. A lot of places are having decent Memorial Day clearances and stuff like that. Good time to buy a fridge, I guess, if you're needing one. Otherwise, though, there's just the usual stuff. So let's talk about stuff that's in the news this week. First and foremost, we have knife rights versus New York City. They've got their gravity knife case going on still. The plaintiff filed a reply brief to the DA and the courts in response to what they had filed last week, where basically the plaintiff stated that the city and the DA had taken the same approach in their opposition briefs that they had taken throughout the lawsuit, where they ignore the substance of the case and instead employ misdirection to distract from a review of the actual issues. They go further to say that because you've got a multi-court or multi-circuit court split, the Supreme Court should take this up. So as a result, they have also, Knife Rights has also sent the NY gravity knife bill repeal bill to the governor. Chances are this probably isn't going to go past or get passed again because it's been vetoed before. We'll see what happens now, because there is a possibility that it's going to go up to the Supreme Court. There's a possibility it's going to go to the Supreme Court. There's a chance they may repeal it to avoid that challenge, but we will see. Let's see. Other knife rights news. Texas is still doing the HB 446, repealing the ban on clubs, including tomahawks, and brass knuckles, including trench knives. The bill passed the legislature and was transmitted to Governor Abbott for action. They still request that you, if you're a Texas resident, contact Governor Abbott and ask him to sign it. They're also trying to get companion bills out of the House, SB 2381 and HB 2342. They're still trying to get them through, but because they didn't make it out of the Calendars Committee, they're dead for this season. So hopefully better luck next time on that. And Texans, Knife Rights is fighting for your rights. Basically, not a lot of other knife news this weekend or this week. Knife Rights has got their Ultimate Steel Challenge going on, or Ultimate Steel contest, where when you donate to Knife Rights, you are entered into a contest where you will win or have a chance to win a whole bunch of prizes. You basically have 4 days, 9 hours, 19 minutes, and 28 seconds to get in the early bird drawing. They've got a ton of prizes here. You've got knives from SOG, the Spyderco Spidey Polestar is already gone for the $200 donations. You've got SE knives for $300 donations. You've got a WE knife. WE knife Streak for $400. You've got a Zumwalt M390 flipper from Artisan Cutlery if you donate $500, and if you and it looks like they've already done all of their $1,000 donations where you get a carbon fiber in Damascus Doug Ritter RSK M1 G2 from Hogue. So they had 150 of those total, and wow. People donated $150,000 for that, so that's awesome. Good for Knife Rights. And as always, if you cannot make a donation directly to Knife Rights, I suggest that you go to smile.amazon.com and choose the Knife Rights Foundation to receive a portion of your Amazon.com purchase. That way they will, all the things that you buy on Amazon, if you're not buying local or if you just have to get that one weird left-handed sprocket adjuster that you just can't find in your local hardware store, and they only have it on Amazon, you can have part of that purchase go to Knife Rights. So as always, try to make a donation to Knife Rights and hook up the industry. So let's let's talk about the giveaways that we got going on this week, and we will have some stuff talking about that. This week we are going to be giving away the Kizer Megatherium, and I have... Okay, yeah. I've got that sitting on the desk here, or actually in my hand. This is the Kizer Megatherium. It's basically a folding Santoku knife, titanium handle, S35VN blade, Nito little frame lock with a lock bar or a stop on it. So this is going to be given away this week to somebody who was lucky enough to, or somebody who entered into the giveaway thread on the forums. Next week, we will be giving away the Ontario Chimera, which is a 13.625-inch fixed blade here. As you can see, it's got a 1095 steel blade that's 8.25 inches long, sharpened top edge here. This one's a plain edge model. We do have some partially serrated models we'll be giving away in weeks coming up. Basically, this is a cool knife. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Chimera, this is an offshoot of the Ontario OKC3S bayonet project that they did back for the Marine Corps. Basically they came up with the OKC3S bayonet, and they're like, well, not everybody needs a bayonet, not everybody can carry a bayonet, so let's make a fighting knife using the same materials, using the same handle, but instead of the bayonet hardware where you've got the guard with the bayonet mount hole there, and the bayonet lug mount on the end. They used a more traditional guard with holes for lashing and a skull crusher pommel here, and you've got a much more traditional combat knife ready to go. And this thing is a monster, quarter-inch thick, 1095, phosphate coated. Awesome. So if you haven't gone into the giveaway thread yet for week 22, make sure that you go in here and you you post your. Make sure that you enter into the contest there. So far, there's only 32 people who've signed up so far. Hopefully, we can get a few hundred in there. Make sure that you get registered on that, because that is super awesome. I'm a big fan of the Chimera. I don't like carrying big knives and everything like that, but this knife, follows my core, or does a good impression on my core philosophy for a big honking field knife, where it has to be decent steel that can hold an edge and take an edge. 1095 definitely fits that bill. 1095 gets scary sharp. It can take a lot of abuse. This is a knife that can transect the throat. It can go right in through the armpit and get somebody right in the heart. This is a knife that a soldier is going to have no problems with. You got the skull crusher. You can, pretend you're Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator and lash it to a pole and use it as a spear. Whatever. It's a cool little knife. It's just it's a tough beast of a fixed blade. Not to say that the Megatherium here isn't all that in a bag of chips too. Somebody is going to win this today, and it is cool. S35VN steel. This is designed by Elijah Isham. 3.6 inch folding knife, titanium handle, S35VN. Very cool. Oh, and also I need to apologize to everybody, because we've been moving the shop. Those of you who tuned in to our previous week's broadcasts have seen that we have changed location here. We're no longer at the old shop. We're now at the new shop at 8007 Vinecrest, and it has been a freaking nightmare of a move. It has been long hours and lots of work, and as a result, I have not been able to ship out previous week's prizes. I haven't even contacted people for previous weeks for like 19 and 20, and week 19 and 20. I didn't even contact them to let them know that they had won their prizes until today. So, hopefully this week I'll be able to get past week's prizes out the door and get caught up on that, and everybody will be good to go. So, let's see. Taking a look at the chat here, trying to see what's going on. Is the blood groove missing on that? If you're talking about on the Ontario, yeah, there's no fuller or blood groove. The blood groove is actually a misnomer. People thought that, or it's one of those urban legends, like you can't shoot people with 50 cal. It's only for shooting equipment, so you have to aim for their canteens. While the blood groove is another one of those urban myths that just doesn't die. If you stick somebody with a knife, the blood groove has absolutely no effect whatsoever on the suction of the knife sticking in the wound. The only purpose of the blood groove is that it is a fuller, just like the fluting on a rifle barrel. It's designed to keep the knife stiffer without having, and make it a little bit lighter by removing some metal. It just stiffens it up. That's all it's for. It's not actually a blood groove. As random switchblade dude wandered into the new shop. We've had some random people wander into the new shop. Some of you may remember me talking about that this location here used to be a gun store and a safe store. This location used to be Shooter Supply here in Louisville, Kentucky, which had a kind of infamous reputation here in town because it was known as the most expensive knife store, or most expensive gun store in town. It had been here for 20 plus years. I had bought, I think I had bought one of my joke guns from here. At one point, I had a Desert Eagle in 44 caliber that I like to use for teaching people to shoot on, because I'd be like, okay, everybody thinks they want to carry a Desert Eagle that's this long as a concealed carry, and you've seen in the movies here. Let's try it out. Then they would take a couple shots with the 44 cal or 44 Magnum Desert Eagle, and they would be disabused of that notion. Yeah, so I had bought a Desert Eagle from here 20 plus years ago or something along those lines. It was just a crazy place. But this also used to be a safe store as well. The people that had Shooter Supply also sold safes and reloading equipment and various other gear. So I've had like 4 people roll up on the store this week while I've been unpacking stuff, going, hey, what happened to the safe store? Are you guys selling safes still? Probably doesn't help that we've still got signage out front for the safe store, because we haven't had a chance to switch out the signage yet either. But yeah, Google Maps is refusing to update the address in our listing for One Stop Knife Shop. So it's been comedy of errors. Hopefully we can get this going. Dwight Doucet, local customer Dwight Doucet, came in yesterday with his 2 adorable little girls checking out the new shop, and he says he likes it. So that's awesome. 2 thumbs up from Dwight. And it's just a matter of getting everything squared away here. So 5:18 p.m. I guess it's time to start doing some giveaway stuff here. Let's get to the giveaway threads, and let's talk about how we do this. Every week we do a giveaway thread that has that's open to anybody who registered on the forums prior to November 2nd, 2018, which was our 20th anniversary for bladeforums.com. So if you join the forums before November 2nd, 2018, then you are eligible to enter in for the contest. No matter what your membership level. If you have a paid subscription, that registration date is waived. You can have registered this Friday at 11:30 or Saturday at 11:30 and post it in the giveaway thread, and you are eligible to win the prizes in the giveaway thread. So the one thing we ask is that if you are not a paid subscriber and you are entering the contest for the giveaway, you send us a letter to bladeforums.com at 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, number 6 or number 7, because we've got the 2 suites here, Louisville, Kentucky 40222, and include with that letter your username, your post number of the post you made in the thread, your address, why you would like to win the knife, why I would own, what got you into knives. It's basically just a short introductory letter. And thus far, we have yet to get a single letter from people. For the price of a stamp, you could be entered into the threads. We've had a number of registered users who fit the requirements who just never sent a letter, and they got drawn. And sorry about your luck, guys. Every week we ask, send a letter if you're a registered user, so that way you have a chance of winning. And every week, nobody does it, so I don't understand it. Iron Kid says, cool t-shirt, Spark. This is a t-shirt from Ranger Up. Ranger Up is a veteran-owned t-shirt company owned by a bunch of guys. Nick Palmisano, I believe, is the CEO of it. And I don't know about you guys, but I like retro stuff. And this, last year or the year before, they came out with a bunch of t-shirt designs that had World War II bomber art on them that they pulled from various World War II planes, and this is one of them, one of the designs that I liked, so I bought the shirt. So that's the story behind the shirt. So how we do the giveaway here is that we go to random.org. As you can see on the screen, we've got two numbers here. First number is number 1. Well, I changed that to number 2 because my post in the thread is number 1. And then we go to the very last post in the giveaway thread, which in this case is 428. So we change that to 428. And when I hit the generate button, random.org will use a true random number generating scheme in order to pick the winner from the thread. And the nice thing about that is that it eliminates any any complaining about nepotism or favoritism or anything like that. There's no cheating. This is all done by live stream. I can hit, I can show at a time that this is completely out of my hands, and it's just completely random. So that's why we do the random number generator through random.org. So when I hit the generate button here, it is going to generate a number between 2 and 428, and that winner will be the person or the person drawn on that post number will be the person who wins the bladeforums.com sticker. So let's go ahead and do that. And of course, my camera thing is over top of the number generated. All right, so the winner here is post number 56. So let's go back to the giveaway thread and let's take a look at page 3. I believe page 3 will have post 56 on it. All right, so post 56 is username JSTN. JSTN. I'm writing this down on my high-tech K-bar scratch pad. So JSTN wins the bladeforums.com sticker. BFC Sticker, post 56, JSTN. That's JSTN. And it's just that simple. We draw the number. It's just that simple. I hit the generate button, the number gets picked, and we go to the corresponding post in the thread, and in this case, JSTN wins himself a sticker. So let's see what we got here. Trying to see if there's what's going on in thread here. A lot of talk about coal country. Yeah, there's, deep dark hills of, if you've ever heard this song by various artists, You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive, there's a lot of coal in Appalachia, Kentucky, and West Virginia and stuff like that, and there's a lot of coal mining here in town, in the state, and that's how it goes. Alrighty, so we've done the sticker here. Let's get back to the giveaway thread. Actually, let's get back to random.org, and we're going to do the bladeforums.com logo patch, the next item up here. As you can see, the logo patches are available in 5 different colorways. We've got the Forums logo blue, we've got the gold membership gold, we've got the OD green, we have stealth gray, and we have multicam colorways here for the PVC patches. Sorry, I'm reading the chat window here, and apparently I said something right. I must have pronounced Appalachia correctly, or something along those lines. So anyhow, yeah, we're going to be giving away one of those patches. So let's go ahead and hit the generate button, and post number 293 in the giveaway thread is going to be for the patch. So 293 should be on page 16, I believe. Nope, page 15. All right, so page 15, post number 293, 289, 290, 291, 292, 293. All right, so post 293, unwise fool. All right. BFC patch, post 293, unwise fool. Congrats. So, yep, guy with the German Shepherd here, unwise fool. You know what? I ought to do my housekeeping early and send him a message right now. Congratulations, you won a BFC patch in week. Just pick your color and send your name and address, and I'll ship this right out. And that's that's the housekeeping that goes on. So yeah. So close that down, and there we go. So yeah, that's how we do it, folks. We just pick random numbers from random.org, and those random numbers, within those random numbers, correlate to posts in the thread, and that's how it is. It's thrilling and exciting, but that's why you guys tune in. And that's why 19 of you guys are watching right now. It's not at all because of the prize pack. Oh my God! I forgot to put together the prize pack for this week. Jeez. Wow. Usually I've got all that stuff picked out. Usually I have everything on the desk ready to go, including the gas station knife. Unfortunately, I completely spaced out because I've been doing stuff all day today. And yeah, I forgot. So yeah, we've already given away the Blade Forum sticker. We've already given away the BladeForums.com patch, which is exactly like the BladeForums.com logo up on the screen. Later on, we will be giving away the BladeForums.com prize pack, which will consist of the fan favorite gas station hobo knives. It's probably going to have a hat or something like that in it this year or this week. And surprisingly, I've got some additional bonus prizes that'll be going to somebody. I came across something kind of cool. As we were moving, I found a bunch of t-shirts, specifically the old school BladeForums.com logo t-shirts that had like a modified Microtech LUDT knife on there and some other stuff. So yeah, I've got some old school t-shirts that hopefully are in sizes that will work for somebody. And if they don't work, then I guess you're just getting a shirt that's way too big, and you'll have to wear it like you won The Biggest Loser or something like that if it doesn't fit. Of course, also as usual, somebody will win a SE Arrowhead. And some other loot, desk crap that I have from when I moved. No PMags filled with no PMags filled with 62 grain ammo this week. Apparently the people in Jersey don't like that. No garage door remotes this week. Sorry, folks. No pepper spray. That is a mistake that we're not going to repeat again. I don't know, maybe some Teflon tape, maybe something. So we'll, free A shirts for skinny guys, free t-shirts are always XXL. Well, the people that win on the forums, Brian, always have a choice between small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. We already gave away all the 3XL t-shirts, so we don't have any of those left, so yeah, surprise. No more tactical pens, Nico. We already gave away the tactical pens. Somebody might get a tactical Bic pen, or I don't know, maybe a tactical bullet level. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Somebody might get some tactical double-sided Velcro here. You'll have to trust me that the live stream prize pack winner will get something cool. All right, so yeah, it's 5:30. We've already given away the patch and we've already given away the sticker. Boop. We've already given away the patch. And now it's time to give away the BladeForums.com logo t-shirt that you can see behind me next to the freshly fixed laser that has been freshly repaired. That was one of the things that I was able to take care of this week. Had electricians and HVAC contractors come in to run a circuit for the laser, so I'll be able to laser engrave stuff. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat window here. Have you thought about how the last week's prize may be a real grand prize to celebrate the entire year, making a special deal? Gary, that's a good question. For the last week of the last week of the 20th anniversary prize giveaways, I may give away one of my special prototype knives that have never been released into the wild. These are S30V, quarter-inch thick field utility knives that I designed over a decade ago, and that I had 200 of them made up and basically got screwed by everybody under the sun when it came to these knives, and that is a story to be told. So yeah, week 52 might be that. We'll have to see. In the meantime, we've got a bunch of other knives that we have to give away. We've got like 20 plus Kizers. We've got another couple dozen K-bars. We've got like 7 or 8 buck bantams. I've got 4 more Ontarios over here. I've got a couple Spydercos, 1 more Benchmade to give away. I've got some knives that I'm going to be redistributing. I've got a Brian Fellholter copper knife that I won from Knife Rights a couple years ago, and some other stuff that came in. So yeah, there's going to be a ton of knives that'll be given away. Over the rest of the year, and yeah, who knows? Maybe at the maybe on week 52, I'll let one of these bastards out in the wild, and somebody can get it and promptly take a cutting torch to it, or break it in half, or something like that. And everybody will be like, "Spark, you suck! You made a terrible knife." It's a good thing you ran out of money, before any of that stuff could get done. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's get back to some of the news stuff that's going on. We were just talking about how the New York knife laws were terrible. Well, not to think otherwise, but New York's gun laws also suck incredibly. We've talked about this before, where New York City. Let me get back to the right window here. New York State, New York City has laws where you can be. New York City only allows you to have a firearm in what's known as a premise permit, where the firearm is restricted to one location. If you have, so you can have the firearm at your business or at your home, but not both. Or if you have 2 homes, you can't take the firearm between the 2. You can't do anything else with it. And, what's really jacked up is New York really, really loves to put people in jail who have connecting flights going through, like, LaGuardia Airport, and the flight gets canceled, and they have to check into a hotel room overnight at New York. And then when they go to declare the firearm at their final location, or at the airport, the New York police are called because these people have unregistered firearms, or high cap magazines or something like that, or some other thing, and they go to jail. So the people are trying to fight this Second Amendment case. U.S. Supreme Court has decided to hear the Second Amendment case of New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus New York. New York decided that they knew that they were going to lose this case no matter what, and they like, well, we have two choices here. We can let this go to the Supreme Court and probably lose under Heller, or we can try to avoid this and moot the law by changing it and say, oh, okay, we're not gonna have to fight this battle. And the Supreme Court decided to say, fuck you. We're going to hear this regardless, and we're going to pursue it because this has bearing on the rest of the states, which is important because, there hasn't been a Supreme Court here, or a Second Amendment case heard by the Supreme Court since McDonald, McDonald versus Chicago, I think, in 2010. So that's almost 10 years now since the last Second Amendment Supreme Court case was heard, and a lot of lower courts have just been straight up ignoring Heller and McDonald completely. So it's about time that we saw something like this going on. So, New York sucks in general. Sorry, New Yorkers agreed. Chicago's horrible. Also, don't worry. We're going to be talking about Chicago, too. The NRA and gun rights groups are using New York rules to seek expansion of Second Amendment Supreme Court. Basically, they're... the media is not happy about this, about the NRA and various gun rights groups filing amicus curiae briefs, and further taking the action to further cement gun right victories. There's also other stuff going on. Muskegon Heights, Michigan did a grocery guns for groceries firearms buyback. Why? Firearms buybacks are like some of the least effective gun control stuff out there. The people that turn in guns at gun buybacks are either, one, usually senior citizens who don't want the guns anymore, or two, people virtue signaling, saying, look at me, I live in a gun-free household now, or three, criminals turning in guns to get rid of murder weapons, and they've already replaced it. Nobody is turning in, the crime guns are not coming off the streets and not being replaced. Of course they're being replaced. The people that are killing each other over drug profits, killing people, wanting to rob people, whatever, they're going to still do that. As long as there's an infinite supply of narcotics in the U.S., and there's going to be people willing to kill over those narco profits. So, sorry, gun buybacks, they really feel good, but they don't work at all. Also, Mark Cuban has opened his big fat mouth and said that he wants to change the Second Amendment in 3 ways. Yeah, the guy that runs fucking Shark Tank, who backed Hillary Clinton in 2016, and he's thinking about running for president in 2020, says he wants to change the Second Amendment in 3 ways. Good luck with that, because, he's been saying basically the same nonsense that we've heard from time and again, that everybody, it's nuts. The guy doesn't fucking know what he's talking about, but, he's basically saying, that states should have wide latitude to determine gun policy within their borders. Okay. Meanwhile, the same, it's very interesting that people are taking the states' rights approach to gun control these days when we're seeing kicking and screaming from people regarding the states' rights approach to abortion, and how suddenly half the nation thinks that it's unconstitutional for states to restrict people based on whatever is in their views. So yeah, it's crazy. Taking states' right. These people. Anytime somebody brings up states' right approaches for gun control, ask them how they view states limiting abortion, and you'll watch them do a 180-degree turnaround, because they just it's all about, it's not about whether or not they actually agree with these points of view. It's just how they think they can further restrict things. So Cuban wants to have states' rights, be very restrictive for gun control, but no, we're nobody. I don't think anybody thinks that he is worth listening to on this. New Jersey, New Jersey had Jackson Township has got complaint lodged against them. Basically, the sheriff here in this anti-gun town decided to be a complete dick and require people to get fingerprinted for their gun permits every 2 years. And the guy is just going further on this. He's thinking that for the New Jersey's laws require that you fill out an application, you have to consent to a mental health background check, you provide 2 references, and submit fingerprints. That's just to get a firearm in the first place. Now this dick sheriff is wanting people to get fingerprinted again and again and again, which costs $52 plus for every time you get fingerprinted, and you have to take off from work to do it, and you have to drive down and give the fingerprints in person to it. So yeah, it's the usual nonsense to make sure the right people, i.e. people who pass the paper bag test, don't have or can get guns. If you don't pass the paper bag test, then guess what? You're not going to get a gun in New Jersey. And it just shows yet again that gun control is nothing but racism. Next up, Bloomberg. Unsurprising for folks, but Mayor Mike Bloomberg has been at the head of financing gun control for decades. Bloomberg did Mayors Against Guns, against illegal guns. Bloomberg is the financing behind Everytown Demands, or Everytown and Moms Demand Action, and all the other astroturfing, or a good amount of the astroturfing gun control that goes on out there. But what people really aren't aware of is that Bloomberg also finances journalism. He has a Bloomberg School for Journalism at, I think, Columbia, and they go they are all about gun control there. He puts on workshops. He puts on indoctrination courses on how to promote gun control through journalism. And he also does it through public health. So this is, when people talk about the NRA spending money in politics, ask them where they are on Mike Bloomberg spending his billions of dollars on messing with politics and individual rights. Chances are they don't give a shit. And as somebody mentioned earlier, they hate the media. I don't remember who it was, but let's see here. I think somebody, I don't remember. Somebody mentioned earlier that they really don't like the media. Well, yep, we had a perfect example of that earlier this week with the Chicago Tribune. As you can see here, the headline was captured, "Man paralyzed by concealed carry holder in 2017 dies from injuries, police say," and was written by writer William Lee. Well, what happened, though, in the story, that wasn't covered by the headline was the dude that got shot by a concealed carry holder pulled a gun on the concealed carry holder. Basically, it was a road rage incident where the concealed carry holder was, minding his own business, and old boy pulled a gun on him and got blasted for it and was turned into a quadriplegic. So yeah, as usual, the media hides the fact that then 18-year-old Brian Ford pulled a gun on an older man who drew his own firearm and shot Brian Ford. The older man had an Illinois CCW permit and was lawfully carrying his firearm when he shot Ford once in the neck, leaving him paralyzed. Ford was initially charged with felony unlawful use of a weapon and aggravated assault, but those charges would later be dropped. Somehow, the bad guy, Brian Ford, who was paralyzed by the CCW holder, is the victim here. Seriously? The guy who committed the crime is the victim? This is the shit we have to deal with. So yeah, dude pulled out his gun, 18-year-old carrying a gun in Illinois, fucked around and found out, got blasted in the neck, paraplegic, died a couple years later. So yeah, lots and lots of fun. And this is the shit we deal with as Second Amendment folks every frickin' day. In other good news, every town for gun safety lobbyist facing domestic and criminal charges. Yep, every town for gun safety fund lobbyist apparently likes beating his wife. It just goes to show these guys that call us violent nut jobs and everything like that, they're just projecting their own issues. So yeah, this guy's a nut job and lost it. Also, talking about losing it, so check this out. This is actually kind of interesting here. This is a video where a surveillance video of a hatchet robbery being foiled by a clerk. This guy, walks into a convenience store and, it's like, oh, hey, look at me. I'm just walking around late at night. I'm going to come into this convenience store. What could possibly be on my mind here? Oh, it's the middle of summer and I'm wearing a hoodie. And, oh, look, he has a hatchet. He has a hatchet right here. Look at that. He has a hatchet on his, and he's threatening the clerk with it. So, what does the clerk do? Well, the clerk pulls out his own gun and basically tells him, fuck off. Calls 911, holds him for the cops, tries to hold him for the cops, but, as soon as he started calling 911, he fled the scene. So, what does the company in question do for the clerk? Do they say thank you for, not becoming a wrongful death lawsuit? Do they say, good job, way to protect yourself on our grounds? No. They frickin' fired him. They fired the Clackamas County, Oregon clerk, because they don't give a shit about your life. They don't care. Employers do not care if you get killed. They don't care. They don't want you to defend yourself. They just don't want, to face lawsuits where you defend yourself and wound somebody on company grounds. So if you carry a gun, you'll get fired. And they think that, they're like, well, so what if you get fired or killed? We can always replace you. You're not making much money, maybe $10 an hour. You're working a shitty job. Big fucking deal. We'll find somebody else. We'll mop up the blood and we'll find somebody else to replace you. They don't give a shit about your life. So when it comes to a choice between a mugger or a burglar, who wants to take the contents of the cash drawer and then possibly eliminate you because you saw his face, it's your choice. Do you want to be carried by 6 people, or do you want to worry about having to find a new job? I know what I'd prefer. And that's why I carry a gun every day. So we mentioned Illinois earlier with Chicago being stupid and calling a victim or calling a criminal a victim. Well, guess what? Illinois Democrat pushes 400% price increase for firearms owner ID card. Yep, this is what happens when you turn a right into a privilege. When you let them license constitutional rights, they wind up putting fees on it, and they make it so that it's impossible for the average person to get. And that's what's happening in Illinois. They are doing, they are going to make FOID card holders submit fingerprints, and they're going to reduce the FOID card from 10 years to 5 years, and they're going to increase the price by 400% because they think it'll be safer. Oh, by fingerprinting everybody who owns a gun in Illinois, we're going to make things safer for everybody. Except the criminals, the guys with gun charges that are out there committing crimes, aren't going to be fingerprinted. Because these guys don't follow the laws. The guy with, that's already prohibited from touching ammunition, much less possessing a gun, isn't going to get fingerprinted. This guy's already got a rap sheet, 8-10 pages long. He's been in and out of juvie prior to hitting 18. And once he hit 18, he's already doing, he was doing robberies, carjackings, and everything else. These guys aren't going to get fingerprinted. It doesn't matter. This is utopian thinking. And, it doesn't reflect reality. Let's see. Up next, they're wanting fingerprints. They're wanting more background checks for firearms purchases. They're raising the FOID card price from $10 to $50. So if you're in Illinois, contact Rep. Kathleen Willis and tell her she's a dumbass, and don't put up with her shit. So contact your reps. Up next, federal judge refuses to dismiss NRA-SAF suit against Washington gun control. Washington's Gun Control Initiative 1639 took effect on January 1st, where it banned the sale of semi-automatic weapons to anyone under the age of 21. It also put an enhanced background check in place for those still allowed to buy commonly owned semi-automatic rifles, put gun storage requirements in place, along with penalties for owners who fail to comply. This was naturally challenged by NRA and SAF as unconstitutional, and the federal judge refused to dismiss the lawsuit against it, so we'll see what happens there. That's how it is. Gun control is always on the march. There's always all kinds of crazy shit going on. So 5:54 past the hour. We still have stuff to give away. We have got the T-shirt to give away. We have the membership to give away. I've got red drink to drink. And after the broadcast, I have to get back to moving stuff around. So, I guess I should probably get moving along on this stuff and see what's going on here. So, let's get back on the random.org page and take a look at what we're doing here. So, once again, I will go to random.org, and there we go. When I hit the generate button, the winner or the number drawn will win the bladeforms.com logo t-shirt. So, post 332. Post 332. All right, so post 332. Let's get to the giveaway thread. 332 should be on maybe page 16? Nope. Page 18? Nope. Page 17. Eventually I'll get to it. Alright, so post number 332. Alright, Shutter. Oh, and Shutter has a nice picture of some kind of spider co in there. So post 332 wins the shirt. Congrats to Shooter. Not Shutter, Shooter. All right, so SHUUTR. And let's send him a message real quick while we got him up on the screen here. Congratulations, you won the BFC shirt in week 21. Just need your name, shirt size, small through 2XL, and address, and I'll get this sent right out. You guys listen to music or anything at all? Yeah, I don't know what you guys like listening to, but I get these earworms stuck in my head over and over and over again. And this week I've had D Antwoord stuck in my head because I don't know about you guys, but I like playing video games now and then. And Far Cry 5 has a number of D Antwoord songs on their soundtrack. So I've had the song Fatty Boom Boom rolling and rolling and rolling around in this frickin' noggin. And then Facebook managed to infect me with something. Apparently there's a new game out for PS4 and various other VR enabled consoles called Beat Saber, where you put on the augmented or VR goggles and you hold these two controllers, you swing them around to music, and you're slicing up stuff with these virtual lightsabers to as you dance. And there's a song called Crab Rave. Oh my god, this song. Crab Rave. I've had this frickin' thing stuck in my head for days now, and I fully encourage you guys to watch this song. I'm gonna type that in chat and post it right now, because this song has been stuck in my head for days, and I don't understand why, but it has been killing me here. So hopefully I infected you all with the earworm there, and that maybe I will now have peace. So yeah, we've done the T-shirt, we've done the sticker, or we've done the Velcro patch, we've done the sticker, we've done the Velcro patch, we have done the T-shirt, as you can see behind me. So now it is time for that's right, I'm spreading the earworm. You guys, if I have to suffer, you guys have to suffer. I'm not going to play it on the channel because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike for not attributing music. But if it was up to me, I would totally be playing Crab Rave for the entire broadcast. It would be for the whole hour plus. So yeah, we've given away the sticker, we've given away the patch, we've given away the T-shirts. That means next up is the memberships. Let's go to random.org again. Let's do this, and post number 419 is the winner for that. So let's go to the giveaway thread, and as I click on the wrong window, all right, post 419. Okay, it's going to be on page 21. So, 419, Hermit Dave. All right, so, membership, post 419, Hermit Dave. So Hermit Dave wins the membership, so let's edit his profile and send him a private message. Let you guys, oh, okay, well, let's see here. Does Hermit Dave fit the bill? Oh, guess what? Hermit Dave gets a gift membership. Congratulations to Hermit Dave. He didn't have a membership before, so now we're gonna give him one. So I'll let you guys in there, and I'll send him a message. Congrats, you won a gold membership in week 21. No need to reply. I have already given you the membership. Thanks for your support. Alright, send message. And I'll give you guys a peek at what is going on here. Alright, so gold membership, manually upgrade user, Hermit Dave, and go. So Hermit Dave now has a gold membership. Look at this charming little bizarre thing. Does this remind anybody of the what was that, Quiznos subs? The little Quiznos subs weirdo things where they had the weird animals. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. It's very disturbing, but congrats to him. He wins that. So what does that leave? That leaves, we are down to the Kizer Megatherium. Here we go. Kizer Megatherium, grand prize, and the live stream prize back for the giveaway stuff. So, yeah, we are at 6:02 p.m. We got 23 people in chat right now. And, yeah, now he doesn't have to, now Hermit Dave does not have to be such a hermit, as Josh Gordon said. And we're going to do the thing. So, yeah. So if let's go ahead and do the grand prize giveaway. So let's go to random.org, and we will hit the generate button. Post 328. 328. So 328 is the winner. So that's going to be on page 16, I believe. Nope. Page 17. There we go. All right. So, post number 328, Bachman, 44. All right, so congrats to Bachman, 44 here for winning the grand prize of the Kizer Megatherium. Let's send him a message. Congrats, you won the Kizer Megatherium in week 21. Just need your name and address. I will send it right out. All right, so there we go. Post number 328, Bachman wins the Kizer Megatherium. All right, so folks, you know, that's where we're at. So we're up to the final part now, where we do the live stream giveaway prize pack. Josh Gordon says he never wins anything. Brandon Bishop says he never wins anything. Yeah, exactly. Like Big Beth Goth said, you know, you guys already won by, you know, living in the, or by being the sperm that beat out 20,000 other sperms to fertilize the egg. You guys live in Western civilization, as opposed to living in some of the slums and terror that went on behind the Iron Curtain back in the 80s, or in some of the third world nations that's going on. I mean, granted, either one of you could live in Mexico or South America, or for God's sakes, Venezuela, where horrible unrest is going on. So yeah, you know, always look at the bright side of life. You know, it's not. It could be a hell of a lot worse. So here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to start the music, and it is going to be time for you guys to. I want to patch and give it back. Fuck it, just here for a laugh. Oh yeah, Iron Kid. Yeah, see, look, that's it. How it goes. He won by being Irish, so always something to look forward to. So here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to start the music. You guys are going to have until the music ends to put your usernames in the chat window. Again, rules for the live stream chat. If you win the live stream chat and you don't live in the U.S. like Big Bad Goth or Iron Kid, then please pay for postage because I'm sending you a box full of loot. And I hate to pay international postage rates. If you've already won a previous week's live stream prize pack, then you're ineligible until, let's say, week 26. Then we'll do the giveaways. We'll reset the giveaways. And while the music is going on, I'm going to try to scare up some loot for y'all to throw into the prize pack and some other stuff. So without further ado, here's the music. I'm going to put on the bladeforums.com logo. Get your usernames in chat if you are entering this week's giveaway. Boom. So yeah, get the music's on, and let's get that going. Okay, guys, you got 2 minutes left to get your name in for the live stream giveaway, and I have managed to secure some loot for y'all. Let's do a. Oh God! Oh Lord! Yes, it's another hobo juice encrusted. Oh Jesus! Fucking Chinese knife of doom. This is the Special Forces 2 Flying Falcon. As you can see, Special Forces 2 Flying Falcon, part number 15343. I don't know who this is made by, but it feels like the Kraton or whatever polymer handle is either disintegrating in my hand or it's just covered in horrible hepatitis induced juices. This is terrible. This is awful. Oh God, that's horrible. You guys have got less than 1 minute to get your name in there, so yep, let's get this going here. Get those names in. Notepad. Let me get these copied and pasted. All right. Show. All right, so, yep, we've got some other stuff here. Yeah, no, I am not adding, God, I am not adding juice to these. This thing is nauseating me just having to touch it. So yeah, we've got the hobo juice encrusted knife here. We've got the, as usual, the SE Arrowhead, super high speed SE Arrowhead. But I've got something special for you guys this week. Not only will you be getting that, not only will you be getting the usual K-Bar sticker, not only will you be getting a Adventure Medical Kit sticker, but this week's live stream grand prize winner will be getting a Condor Knife and Tool hat, and it doesn't end there. Nope. I have got something special for y'all. I found a bladeforums.com old school Blade Forums t-shirt. Look at that old school logo that has this was the first logo that we used for like 15 years. This shirt has been hiding in our shop for God knows at least a decade, and I found one of those. And one of y'all is going to win that. And good news, if you are normally sized and shaped as opposed to extra girthy, then you've got a tent to sleep in, because this is like 3XL in size. So one of y'all is getting a 3XL t-shirt with the bladeforms.com old logo. And when you get this, I'm going to have to stipulate that part of the requirements for winning this week's live stream prize pack is that you have to take a picture of yourself in the 3XL old school bladeforms.com shirt. So, if you can't do that, then you need to disqualify now. Malachi or M Rider 101. Aren't you Malachi Rider? Didn't you win something the other week? I don't know. I can't keep track of this. All right. So we've got a few new people in the list this week, and as I'm going through, just going to edit out some of this. All right, so let's get to the random.org thing. So, just like we use random.org for the giveaways, we use Random Name Picker here for the to pick random usernames. And, okay, so you're M Rider 86, you're not Malachi Rider? Okay, cool. No worries, man. All right, so we've got a few names on here. I don't think we've got any duplicates. We've got Joshua Gordon, a.k.a. Yankee Josh, Gabriel Ayala, SirQuest 2K, Gary Grayley, Big Bad Goth, Brandon Bishop, Coyote Trails, Jeff Senpai, Lisa Marie, M Rider 101, a.k.a. M Rider 86, Kevin Nelson, 32 South Shores, Nico Knife 48, Mishania, Big Daddy's Gasman 1, Iron Kid 883, Brian Fixall, and Joe N. Piona. All right, so there we go. We have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people in the contest this week. So for those of you who say you never win anything, you got a pretty good chance today. So when I hit the rerun button, one of these names from down here will be picked. And 32 South Shores, Jazz 332. So Jazz 322, congrats, you win the live stream prize pack. Congrats, Jazz 322, you win the live stream prize pack. All right, and that's it, folks. That's it for another week of nonsense from me. We've given away all kinds of good stuff, and you guys have listened to me ramble on about all kinds of stupid things, and I appreciate it. As always, make sure that you do your part to support the Second Amendment. Make sure that you support knife rights if you can, if you have extra money that you haven't spent on knives or crystal meth or prostitutes or strippers or crab rave concerts. Donate to Knife Rights because they're really fighting. In the meantime, thank you all for watching the show every week. I appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in. Next week, we will be giving away the Ontario Chimera, so make sure that you tune in this time next week, 5 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing that. Spread the word to your friends. We'll be doing the giveaway, and who knows, maybe they can win something. As always, thanks for playing, and I guess it's time for me to end the show. And I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for being members. Peace out.